Oh, right here, guys. I need to choose door number 3, actually. Yeah, 378. We have to choose 3. So this is where we need to go. Not necessarily part of the main storyline, guys. You know, there are alternative timelines. So this is only part of it.
Well,
Alright, so
really
I'm gonna
we
skip
can't,
this
right?
until we get to door number 3.
You say something?
No. Shit.
Huh?
Well,
Ah.
you first.
It's the same number.
Got it. You're next.
I'll take.
What? What did you just say?
Who, me?
Oh, you're gonna get.
All right. Who's next? Junpei, which door do you want?
Which one do I want? I want door number 3. Yes. Door number 3.
I want to go through door number 3.
Nope, you can't.
Why not?
Huh? Why?
Because it's impossible. If we split ourselves into 3 and 3, then we give up on going through door 3.
Why?
The bracelet numbers for the 6 of us are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 2 combinations that can go through door 3 with 3 people. 3, 4, 5, or 6, 7, 8. That's it. Of course, 2 teams can't go through the same door.
I see. That means one team would get left behind.
That's right.
That doesn't happen if we go through door 7 or 8?
No, they're fine. We've got 3 options. Option A, have 3, 5, and 8 go through door 7, and 4, 6, 7 go through door 8. Option B, 4, 5, and 7 go through 7, and 3, 6, and 8 go through 8. Option C, 3, 6, and 7 go through 7, and 4, 5, and 8 get 8. Those are the only 3 options. That's it. At least if we want to get all 6 of us out of here.
Wait.
And that was when Junpei realized. Plan A divides into 2 teams. Plan B divides into 2 teams. And Plan C divides into 2 teams.
But that means
There was one thing they all had in common.
5 and 6 can never be on the same team. If we want all 6 of us to go through a door, then June and I can't go into the same one.
Have you mulled it over enough, or do you need more time? Anyway, that's the deal, so think it over.
Okay, we're not playing any ending right now. I want to go back and do the shower room puzzle, so that's why we're here. We haven't been to the shower room yet. We haven't done the puzzle because we haven't chosen this path. So we are only here because I want to do the puzzle, to do the shower room puzzle and see how we get inside this door number 3. Because right now, looks like we're not going to door number 3.
You've got 2 choices, 7 or 8.
It's impossible right now, so I wonder how we are getting into door number 3.
You can't choose 3.
But I want to go into 3.
If you choose 3, you're gonna be leaving 3 people behind to die. So what are you gonna do?
Door number 3.
7 or 8? Time to choose.
3. Junpei thought hard. After thinking over, his conclusion was, take the risk and choose door number 3. We are going to defy everyone else. I choose door number 3. That is gonna make me the target.
Sorry, Santa, but I still want to go through door 3.
What? That's nuts! You've got to be crazy! Why the hell are you so obsessed with that door?
Because I want to check on the body.
I'm just...
He swallowed the words he'd been about to say.
I'm just curious about door 3. That's all.
That doesn't explain shit!
I've got a reason. I'd be happy to explain it to you if you'll just come with me.
With that, he began walking toward the door. The curiosity likely getting the better of them. The others followed. A few of them looked a little suspicious, but Junpei told himself that wouldn't matter. He kept walking and kept silent. Eventually, they arrived at number 3 door. Okay, so once again, people, once I finish with this puzzle, this door 3 puzzle, the shower room puzzle, I will go back to the main path. So I'm here just for the puzzle. Just for this door number 3. Because we haven't done this yet.
I'm curious about the red. 7, would you mind authenticating for me?
What? Why?
Please, just do it.
He stared at Junpei for a moment, then grunted and laid his palm heavily on the scanner.
Happy?
Yeah, thanks. The number 7 has been entered into the red. Next is June. Please touch the red just like 7 did.
Jumpy, what are you trying to figure out?
Ah, yep. I think
Junpei thought about his answer for a moment.
I might have found another way out.
What?
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 Really?
Now please, June.
Oh, okay.
With those 2 numbers in the red, Junpei had what he wanted. He casually placed his own hand on the scanner, and the 3rd asterisk blinked on. Nine.
Alright, the only people who haven't authenticated now are Santa, Clover, and Lotus.
So, what's your point?
You don't get it. Think about it.
Huh?
What's the sum of your number and Clover's?
12.
And what's the digital root of that?
3.
Which is Santa's number. By the way, Lotus, what's the number that's currently in the red?
Whoa, 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 guys. So, we are already talking about the flipping. The flipping of 6 and 9?
7 plus
Right
6
now?
plus 5 equals 18. It would be 9, right?
Yes, and what will the digital root be if you add 3 to that?
3. The door's number.
There you go.
Hey, wait a minute. What the hell are you up to?
Ooh.
I'm not up to anything. I'm just waiting.
So early in the game.
Waiting for what?
I'm waiting for the balance to shift. Santa, or Lotus and Clover. Once one of you moves, the others won't have a choice. So I'm waiting.
Alright, I'm still a little bit confused right now. Junpei laid his hand almost casually on the lever.
You son of a bitch! You tricked us! And all that stuff you were going on about is all bullshit!
Wow, wow, wow! Wow.
Bullshit. Huh. I don't think so. Didn't I tell you I'd figured out another way to get out of here? This is it.
We're very early in the game, guys. This is back in the hospital room.
Why the hell would you do something like this?
Wow! Junpei glanced at June.
Jumpy?
You did this just so you could go through the same door as June. That's it?
Santa was furious, his face was red, and flags of spit flew from his lips as he spoke. Junpei closed his eyes calmly and then opened them again.
So, who's it going to be? Santa? Or Lotus and Clover?
Shit!
Let's go, Clover.
Huh?
Guys, she grabbed Clover by the sleeve and ran for Junpei and the door.
Fuck!
Wow! Wow, I'm very surprised that this happened so early. Corporate surprise, Santa froze for a moment and shot forward like a bullet from a gun. We could have seen this scene when we were picking 3, 6, and 8, the door, or 3, 7, and 8, back in the hospital room. Lotus had a head start, but Santa had advantage in size and speed. Almost immediately, he passed Lotus and Clover.
Oh, no, wait!
Santa did not hesitate.
Ah!
He slammed his hand down on the red.
This is insane! This isn't right!
He glared at Junpei his chest heaving.
Yeah, well, you may be right,
Junpei's voice was cold, but not without effort.
but
He turned to the red and pulled the lever. With the sound of metal on metal, the door opened. It would only remain so for 9 seconds. There was no time to think.
Go.
Junpei and his 3 reluctant companions jumped into the door's gaping mouth one after another. No sooner did they enter than an all too familiar noise sounded from their left wrist. The detonators had activated. Junpei looked back only once and saw Lotus and Clover on the other side of the closing door.
No.
They stood still, stopped where they had been when Santa reached the red. The defeat and desperation on their faces tore at Junpei's heart. Then the door closed and they were gone.
You son of a bitch, Junpei! This isn't fair!
Santa rounded on Junpei, lightning crackling in his eyes and his knuckles white.
Do you realize what you just did? You leave them out there, and they can't...
Shut it! That's enough!
It hadn't been Junpei that spoke for 7.
We gotta find the dead or none of this is gonna matter!
The clock was ticking. The dead was their only chance of survival, unless they could find it and deactivate the detonators, and the 4 of them would be...
We got less than a minute left! No time for screwing around! Get moving!
Damn it! You and I are not done yet, bastard!
Alright, you know what? Okay, they scattered and began to score the room. The deactivation device was nowhere to be found.
Where the hell is it?
Okay, this game is screwing me, guys. Screwing my head. I guess, we knowing what we already know, was messing me up. So yeah, the scene that we just witnessed is not what I had in mind. A corridor stretched out in 3 directions, but every one was blocked off by a wall of metal. And there was only one way out. One other door.
Over there! It's gotta be behind the door!
7 ran for the door, a rusty iron thing. His large hands grabbed hold of the handle and pulled.
damn, it's pitch dark inside.
Can't see a thing!
Junpei stuck his head through the door and looked around the room.
No, wait!
Almost immediately, he spotted the blinking red light on the right wall.
I found it! The dead's right over here!
He stepped into the room.
Ugh. What? The floor's slippery!
He stopped and glanced down at his feet. What was...
Hey! What the hell are you doing?
There's something...
Get over there!
Junpei felt 7's heavy hand against his back, and he stumbled across the room. The other 3 piled in behind him. They all felt immediately that something was wrong. Nothing could be easily identified, only a sense that something terrible shared the room with them. But there was no time to say so.
Quick! Get to the dead!
They all started running. In the dark, it was hard to tell where the wall was. All they could see was a tiny red light blinking at them over and over and over.
There it is!
In quick succession, they all slammed their hands against the scanner panel. Seven leaned against the wall, gulping air. And his breathing began to return to normal. He glanced at his left wrist and grunted.
It stopped. It stopped.
Yeah, what you guys are talking about now? About the flipping? I don't think this is the case here, because we are in a totally different scenario. So it's like alternative timeline, guys. So that, yeah, the flipping of those numbers can be happening here, I think. Or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't know. Junpei could hear him laughing in the dark, but could barely make out the larger man's face.
I don't think I'll ever get used to doing this.
Yeah, it's like on the way to the true timeline, or the true ending, Ace is not evil, unlike what we witnessed in the second playthrough, guys. So I don't think we can combine the different playthroughs into one. Things do happen differently, in a sense. The sound of retching came from Santa's direction.
What the hell is this smell? This is vile. I'm gonna puke.
So desperate had they been in the race to the dead that no one had noticed the horrible smell that pervaded the room. It was a terrible, nauseating stench, like burnt and rotten meat. Adrenaline had drowned it out, but now it rolled over Junpei in waves, forcing itself into his nose and with every breath he took.
Oh, you're right. This is...
He felt his stomach clench and bile rise up in his throat.
Let's get the lights on first. There's a switch over here.
The light that spilled in from the door barely illuminated a small switch played next to the door. Slowly, with the toe of the last few minutes apparent in his gait, Seven walked toward it. He stopped as he got close and extended his finger toward the switch.
Okay, guys, I'm flipping it on.
And there was a soft click as the lights came on. A scream echoed through the room. Junpei's breath stopped in his throat. His heart ceased to beat. Time froze. His mind scrambled to make sense of what he saw before him.
What?
Hey. Oh, this is...
What was left of the body sat in a sea of blood. Chunks of flesh, torn from the body, sat in the blood-like tiny islands in the Great Red Sea. A vast, ragged hole had been torn in the torso, and what remained of his intestines spilled out of it like fresh spaghetti. Smaller chunks of meat had splattered against the wall and become stuck there as they dried. This is a very, very intense description, guys. Globules of yellowish fat had left trails like tiny slugs as gravity pulled them down the wall, even as they dried to it.
Looks like an explosion.
Seven's voice was low and strained.
Just like the Ninth Man. The detonator in his bracelet set off the bomb in his gut.
Oh god. The bone is coming out of his left arm.
It's definitely an open fracture.
Looks as though the explosion had been quite powerful. His legs were both bent in an odd, unnatural way, and his left arm had split open, exposing the painfully white bone of his ulna.